So I'm back. So I was going through the VODs I have saved in my computer, and guess what? The whole beginning of chapter 4 doesn't exist. So we literally just start at the investigation after we find the dead body. So there's a big chunk missing, and just going into the video, it's just you're just gonna see the dead person and not know what's going on. It's kind of cursed. I forgot that I had lost that VOD. But anyway, you could again go watch somebody else up until the investigation, or I'll just tell you what happens from what I remember. So Monokuma tells everybody that Sakura is the traitor because we saw her in the last episode at the end fighting Monokuma. And then everybody's afraid of her because they think that she's gonna kill somebody because she's the traitor. So she calls everyone, or she writes a note for everybody to come meet with her so she could talk to them in private. And then the next day, she's found dead in a room. So now we need to figure out who did it and why was she dead in that room. So let's go find out. What the fuckery? What the fuckery? What the fuck? What the fuck? I saved the game, so I don't know where I'm starting from. If I'm starting from that, yeah, I'm starting exactly from here. So when I ended the stream, I think it stopped right here, right? I made sure I stopped. Spectrum do kind of dookie. It is kind of dookie. Anyway, let me continue. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be.
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No?
What?
Okay then, let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet appear to be too big. So is it like Toko or Hina because their feet are tinier? Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints really are a really valuable clue. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
In other words...
That's right. It can only have been around the time of the incident. If that's really what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Was the Chem C4 bottle mixed with, like, the Monokuma bottle shards because they look the same color and that's why it was heavier? I don't know. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder should have spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. You know what I feel like? That stops only there, right? But depending on the layout of this room, did like the chemicals leak through something, maybe? Like, is there anything else, or that was just it? Did we talk to him again? No.
I see.
Makoto, I admit, you have a good eye for spotting useful clues, but you also need to learn how to make use of those clues. Alright, I got you. So, let me go this way. Why'd I come here for? To tell her something? I think I forgot a little.
In other words.
Wait, so where was I fucking supposed to go after that? I literally forgot. What do I need to look at? This?
So...
Fuck. What do I forgot where I have to go. I wasn't paying attention. I like was and then I forgot.
So...
So, wait, let me just look at. I should take another look around the rec room. Yeah, that's why I came here. I need another look around, but what the fuck am I looking at? I'll just look at everything. Why not?
Why?
What's a handprint? I don't know if she said this before, I'll just repeat it. What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks fresh too, yeah. It was like, they were hiding the locker, and they left that. There's no way a killer in there. There's no way the killer was in there when we opened the door. Yeah, this is just them repeating stuff. But I'm just gonna re-look at everything.
Indeed.
Just gonna click on everything. Yes, this is the same thing. Am I looking at this? Something new, something new.
Hey.
I don't understand what the bottles have in common, and I don't understand the results of the experiment. Comparing the weight of the broken bottle pieces to a completely intact Monokuma bottle. The broken pieces were clearly heavier. What does that mean?
So...
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together, and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. Fucking. This, maybe this, cause...
I gave that to Sakura. She got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right?
Yeah, that. Okay. Huh. Yeah, so why is it so far away from where she died? What am I looking at? Oh wait, this magazine's upside down. What? Did someone put it back that way on accident? Hey. If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore in that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the Inverter magazine and flipped through it. What? Interesting. This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word has been written in bloody letters. And it said Toko. Could this be a dying message? The dying messages usually never work, though. I mean, it did last time with Sakura. I mean, Sayaka. She wrote her dying message, but it was like very like, it was 11:037. You know what I mean? Whatever. And then it ended up being that. But this one straight up just says Toko. But like, is it someone blaming someone else again? But it is kind of weird that Toko did say, it's okay, like, Toko and Hiro are being very sus right now. I mean, mainly Hiro, but it may be Toko, because Toko, because it might not even be Genocide Jack, it might just be Toko in general that did it. Because she even said, she's like, she didn't say that she didn't see Sakura all day, she just said she didn't go to the meeting. And then Hiro said that he didn't get the letter, that she said it in person, all this weird stuff. So, like, I don't know.
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this...
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message, but she doesn't have blood on her hands, right?
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of the others who might come looking.
Hey, that says Toko, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Then she's the killer, right?
Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
Forgive you.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer.
I can see why you would think that. It just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me think... It makes me that much more suspicious. It might be Hiro, maybe. But that's like too easy. You know what I mean? It's too fucking easy. Like, do I just talk to her? I don't know what to do.
In other words,
What?
Hey.
What do I look for? What do I look at? I guess everything. Let me just look at everything. Just looking. Okay. What else am I looking at? Maybe the chair. Okay. I don't want to. Now where the fuck am I supposed to be looking at? Her again, maybe? There's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, I know, but
Hey.
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
Whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times, I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you?
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
Okay. More importantly, look here. So that's the chemicals from upstairs? Her shoes.
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really does stand
I
out.
see.
That powder is clue number 1.
Hey,
The next is the wound on her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. God. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko would have pulled that off. Were there 2 people working together on this? Is that why Toko and Hiro are being weird because they both had something to do with it in a way, but like maybe Hiro did it but Toko was like helping. But then the thing is the shoes are so small apparently. Maybe it was Toko. I don't know. Who has got fucking small feet? God, it's gonna happen, isn't it?
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
That cursed fucking room. It's already time, but the Mr. the Locked room is only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. It gets crazy. When Akuma made his announcement, everyone began to meet up one after another, and then... The ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery!
What?
What the fuck?
Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body, XD!
This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse?
Phew.
No matter how great something is, if you put on a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends, sad face?
He's right! That does make it seem sad!
I can't wait!
Now then, please get in the elevator! I'll see you all down there!
I hate him. Get the fuck out of here. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck? Whatever.
Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. I feel like by Yakuya, it wouldn't be him because he just likes to fuck around and be an idiot. You know what I mean? I feel like he's just one of those people, he likes to be like an idiot and just fuck around. Like, it would be a shock if it was him. Because, like, you know what I mean? Unless he expects no one's gonna suspect him. But, like, I don't know what the fuck. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us.
Don't look at me.
I said it before and I'll say it again, it wasn't me. He's like so like acting weird though. Him and Toka are being so weird about it. The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that.
Hey,
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. I just want to talk to y'all.
What the heck? How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat?
Girl, I'm not even talking to me like that.
what the heck?
Because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you? Shut up. Am I gonna get traumatized? Is it gonna be another wife of mine? Are you gonna... Toko, would you? Sorry. I made me wait toward the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt its begin its sinister descent. Jesus, I can't talk. My Celeste, she's not standing there anymore. The elevator's lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and suddenly as always, Jesus. The ride was over. The doors open once again. God, there's like nobody there.
Just the six of you, huh? Really?
This is kind of depressing.
That's so few! You must be so lonely!
You said that like it's not your fault that we're all that's left.
I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or... will your school come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats.
And so the curtain opened for the fourth time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. I'm not ready. Ugh. I'm just gonna save here. Fuck. I think all my skills are already picked, which I like really only have those skills. Because I need to talk to more people. Fuck. Wait. Why does it say 16? Oh, never mind. Oh, I have 16 out of 17 SP. Okay, let's go through everything. Fuck. The victim was Sakura. The time of death was 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head, but apparently there was 2 blows to the head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from a violent vomiting blood. I feel like she was poisoned or something stupid. Or did she poison herself? I feel like she had something to do with her locking herself in the room, maybe. She had been jammed against the door within the rec room, blocking access from the outside. Or she had been jammed, yeah. It is believed that the killer did this to create a locked room scenario. Sakura was found dead, seated in a chair, slumped forward. Traces of blood were found around her mouth, presumably from when she vomited blood. However, there was no injury or indication as to why she would have vomited blood. I mean, if it's something internal, right? Like, a bloodstain was found in the front of the shelf of magazines. The blood presumed to be Sakura's. There is currently no explanation for how a bloodstain would have appeared so far away from where the victim was found. At one point, Oi had been injured and taken to the nurse's office. After she was taken care of, she gave a piece of candy to Sakura, which had this type of wrapper. According to Oi, she had monopolized this candy as soon as it became available. So obtaining a piece would have been difficult to impossible. So how did Hiro get it? There were pieces of red glass scattered near the table in the rec room. After finding the top and bottom pieces, it was concluded that the shards must have come from a bottle. Yeah, this is talking about the Monokuma thing. Monokuma figure was found laying on the rec room floor. It would fit roughly in the palm of your hand. There are numbers of red balls on a shelf. Hold on, I'm just trying to... Let me see something. These are very close in color, but I don't think they replaced those bottles, right? Let me just, like... There are a number of bottles on the shelf. Inside each bottle is a Monokuma figure. Additionally, there seems to be some kind of unknown correlation between the bottles. I don't know if it's that they look similar to the chemical thing, but I don't know. An empty protein drink was found near the rec room door. The container had a label of a Chem A2 reading. The shards of glass from the window that was broken against the room were found both around and underneath the container. So it was like put there after, but how does that make sense? Unless someone walked in and dropped it accidentally. A fresh handprint was found inside the Rex room open locker. Since the locker was open before they opened the locked room, there was no way someone was hiding there before they arrived. So that happened earlier, maybe. Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yasuhiro, asking them to meet her in the rec room by noon. Yeah, but Yasu said he didn't get a letter. Or he apparently met her in person, then he got the letter. But she was told anyway. Like, I don't know. She had slid these notes underneath each person's room door. Yeah, Hiro's being weird. That's contradicting whatever this is, because he said that, like, whatever the fuck he said. Byakuya confirmed that he received Sakura's note, but also claimed he never went to see her, and in fact had not seen her all day. Toko confirmed that she received Sakura's note, but also claimed that she never went to see her. But that doesn't mean she didn't see her all day. A small bit of garbage accidentally fell out of Yashiro's pocket. It was a piece of paper with red polka dots on it. Yellow powder was found on the instep of Sakura's foot, which is the same as the other powder. Sakura suffered 2 blows to the head, not one. No blood was found on either of her hands. I wonder how that... No blood was found on either of her hands. Why would we need to know that? I mean, did she not fight? Because, like, maybe there would be blood on her hands if she put up a fight, but, like, I don't know. It's, like, weird. Oh, wait, oops. All of the Monokuma bottles appear to be roughly the same weight. However, when the bottle shards were weighted against the intact bottle, the shards were found to be heavier. On the magazine, shelf one magazine had been put back upside down. Inside the magazine, Toko's name had been written in blood. It is assumed that whoever wrote it used their fingers to do so. On the shelf in the Chem Lab, Sections A contains supplements. Section B contains reagents, and Section C contains harmful. Yeah, so like C is just like bad chemicals. A bottle of poison labeled as Section C has been placed in Section A. Yeah, she had this on her shoe. There was a broken bottle in front of the Chem Lab shelf, which was labeled Chem C4. The powder on the floor is assumed to have come from this. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had been spilled after the incident took place. It could have, but then it was on her shoe. Someone had left footprints in the powder and spilled in the Chem Lab. These footprints appeared to only near the leftmost section of the shelf. From this, it can be assumed that the suspect only had business in this area. Dude, there's not much to go off of. You like, for real? This is fucked. This is some fuckery right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna... This is some fuckery. I don't think I'm ready for this. I'm gonna try and remember all I can, but oh god, these fucking trials always fuck me up. Look out, there's like no one around.
Basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer, but she must have had some reason for believing that. All these dead people. Oh my god, there's so many fucking dead people. My baby Celeste. Look at her. Look at her fucking dead over there. Shaking my head, my head. My baby, look at
It
her.
was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as...
I literally forgot what her account was. Damn.
It was one of you.
What is...
One of you killed...
And what reason did...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
No, that's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all three of them. Does that mean one of them did it? Pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Come on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
I have to choose his then, I guess. Because this is pocket trash, so it's obviously him, but like, I don't know.
There's no way that one of you is
I don't deny that I never went.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
No, that's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right, because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is because when Sakura got that candy...
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it!
Damn it! He's like just admitted to it.
I mean, what I meant was,
Hello?
Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all! I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
What would the shining message even have
At the scene
been?
of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
How did he know that unless he was investigating? He wasn't even there, right?
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No
It feels
way.
weird.
I didn't do it.
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh, hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message, it was... What?
I got
Okay, I was confused. I was like, wait, what?
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Magazine dying message. God, this case seems very weird so far.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I think, right?
I
think
can tell you
I shoot
exactly
his,
when
right?
I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can
So
tell you
I
when
asked that
It
one.
was only I found the magazine.
Found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I shoot his, right?
I can tell you exactly
I
when
don't know if
found
it's
the
his. It might lose a heart. I don't know if it's his, but I just like don't understand, like,
When Ogre's body was discovered.
right? Because no, it's not. Then it's the second thing she says.
What's your problem? What I said makes total
Yeah,
sense.
it's like magazine shelf, and then it's like, no, wait, God, what the fuck is it? It's the truth bullet is about the dying message, and none of those are contradicted because, or you can't, yeah, like they're all. Wait. What the fuck? Hold on, dude. I hate how I get confused on this all the time. A flashback, you pick something you agree with, and then you shoot the contradiction, right? So is that it? So maybe I choose what he said? Or like the magazine shelf and then shoot what he said? What the fuck? I keep forgetting how to do this part. It's not gonna tell me? Alright. I see how it is. He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. But at the time, where was the magazine? It was tucked away, so I picked that, right? And then I shoot what he said?
I can tell you exactly when
Ogre's body was discovered.
It's not that, right?
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I know I missed!
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
No, that's wrong.
I swear I did that! Oh my...
When
I literally sat there and I'm like, I've done this before, and that's why I'm so mad, because I'm like, that's what makes sense. I literally thought I fucking did that. Like, I wouldn't... I'm just like... I literally thought I did that before, and I was just like, oh, like, I did that, and it says it's wrong, so it has to be wrong. But no, it's working now, it's working! Like, whatever. When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Her hands were clean. Oh god, this fucking part, I hate it.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
I forgot how to reload.
The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. Show me the proof.
This should prove it. I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
What? You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay, dude. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me.
I think she was gonna end everything with Monokuma, but, you know.
She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening.
Is it that easy, though? I feel like that can't be it. Like, this is too easy.
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that.
He only said he hit her in the head once. She had 2 impacts on the back of her head.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Is it like Byakuya then? Because I doubt it's Hiro. I think he's just like... I mean, it's too easy. Is it really him? Because again, there's just a lot of other stuff that wasn't explained. Like... She was hit twice in the head. Doesn't explain the handprints in the locker. Doesn't explain how she was locked in the room. when it happened. Yeah, he said he did it, but then how was he in the room? Because it was locked from the inside by a chair. That means he would have had... He was already outside when it happened.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
He's gotta be being blackmailed or working for someone. This is weird.
You're
It's like...
not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is it that Hiro doesn't make sense? What would he have to do after writing the message? Doesn't make sense.
I got it!
Okay, it was. I was... Okay,
That's
whatever.
true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
I guess hidden in the sense that it's like back on the shelf rather than like out in the open. Like, I don't fucking know. Whatever.
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message? Then stick it
Alright,
somewhere
man.
we might not find it.
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying. He's gotta be lying.
Toko, are you okay?
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf.
I am pretty shook. That other thing got me fucked up and now I'm a little upset, but it's alright.
In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Thank you for the follow, Nobunaga. I appreciate it. Someone who wouldn't have liked who would have been written, there's only one choice.
I got it!
Yeah, Toko. That's what I'm
It
saying.
had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right?
Is it Toko? Did she do it? She bad? Toko, did you do the bad?
Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
You like Byakuya?
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
Is it Toko then? She is acting very hostile. Is another one of my wives gonna die? Is this what's going on right now?
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
Like, I feel like it's so easy that it would literally be Hiro or Toko. I think they're both being, like, framed in some way, but it's probably neither of them. It's like, imagine, like I said as a joke, I'm like, imagine it's just Hina. Like, Hina did something stupid, like, somehow. I don't know. But I don't think it's Byakuya either. Byakuya just likes to fuck around. But this could be a case where he actually did it, and then he's trying to, like, you know, because he doesn't care in general. He just likes to, like, whatever. Like, sometimes this case is hard because you don't know who it is, but I feel like it's something fucked up to where it's like Byakuya or Hina. The fucked up part would be Hina. If it was Hina, like, the feet were tiny too, apparently, in that room. I'm telling you, it's Goofy. Guilty.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. It's the blow, the 2 blows to the head. Or examination summary, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once.
It's that. I'm just gonna go through the entire thing
After
just to
the
make
first
sure.
swing, the bottle shattered. And she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer!
Hiro hit Sakura, that's for sure, but it doesn't end there. Yeah, it's the...
I didn't want to, but I grabbed him on a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from behind, and you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong.
Hold on. I'll respond to you. Give me 1 second.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
If you were part of the game, what do you think your execution would be? I mean, apparently, your execution's based on, like, fears. I don't know what my execution would be. It would, like... Playing Mario 4, watching Celeste die again? Right, yeah, that's my biggest fear. Watching Celeste die again. I'm traumatized from that fucking experience. I don't know. Like, a fear of mine is, like... I don't know, it'd be weird, because how would it be an execution? But I think a fear of mine, I don't know why or where it stems from, but, like, I have a fear of, like, being kidnapped and, like, murdered or, like, something, like, awful. Like, I don't know why. It's a fear of mine. I'm just, like, afraid I'm gonna get kidnapped. Or, like, but, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking know. Anyway. I think murder, maybe. Like, dying in, like, an awful way by, like, the hands of someone else. Almost like this game. But, you know what I mean? Whatever. I don't know what else my fears are. Maybe, like... Drowning, it's not a fear of mine, but I just don't think it's pleasant, you know what I mean? I mean, imagine someone thinking it's pleasant, but I think that's a fear of mine. Like, I'm genuinely afraid, I'm, like, paranoid. Being kidnapped by Germ or Mori, not be Germ. Mori's not gonna do nothing.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head?
Toko, did you do it? Why are you acting so weird?
She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be, it's the object that Monokuma figure inside of each bottle is holding. So it was like 2, it wasn't just 1 bottle, it was 2 of them at once. So what is the... What the fuck? No, it's not. Wait, what is it? So it's the C, right? Is it C? Okay. Is it chess piece? Another... Yeah. Okay. Piece, chess piece. Oh shit, I missed. Okay, I was like, I thought that's what it was, but like...
Now I understand. That's it! The chess pieces! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4.
See, I don't play chess, so I wouldn't have known that. I'm glad they're explaining it because I didn't notice, honestly.
And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Toko, you're acting very strange. Am I gonna have to watch you die too? And then I'm stuck. I mean, not that I'm stuck with Kyoko. Kyoko's my... I'm still upset over Celeste. I'm very upset. I'm very upset. Anyway.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that was missing, it was excited. It was completely intact. It was broken. Right?
I got it!
Okay, yeah.
The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Yeah, it's about, like, the 2 bottles. That's why it's heavier, because it's both bottles combined, right?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence that proves it is Kyoko and I figured it out before. Isn't it this?
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass.
The top of Makoto's hair looks like a lightning bolt. Shut up.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by...
I got it!
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
This is the first time he's talked this entire case. Shut up.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
Was she in the locker?
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Oh my god.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
Yeah, please someone do that.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Sorry, I cut her off. Oops.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Not ridiculous at all. Any proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room, and I have it. She left it there for everyone to find. Fuck these new elements. No.